second round of talks wrapped up, it seemed that there were still a lot of unresolved issues, such as expanding the use of U.S.-made materials in automobiles. There are also some disputes over whether steps should be taken to raise salaries for Mexican workers. You came out in support of raising the minimum wage for workers in Mexico. I just kind of checking in on where negotiations stand. Do you feel like the Mexicans and the Canadians are negotiating in good faith? What are the biggest holdups at this point to kind of reconfiguring this?
Well, you have to put it in perspective. There have only been 2 sessions so far. The original one in Washington, and then the one in Mexico City that just completed. The next one will be in Ottawa in, I think, 2 weeks or so. In any big complicated negotiation, and this is a complicated one, you've got something like 2,500 pages to deal with. Now, of those 2,500 pages, there are only a handful that are really key, but you've got to wind through all of them. So the strategy in the negotiations was start with some of the easier things, get some of the textual issues out of the way, try to build some momentum so that you really had some momentum, a feeling of togetherness as you move into the harder issues.
And so obviously I get the point about how it's still early. Do you feel like the other 2 countries are negotiating in good faith and trying to get some momentum and make deals, or are they kind of dragging their feet?
It's too early to really tell. This is a total of 10 days is all of negotiation. That's not a lot. It took them, what, 8 years to do an average trade treaty, so we're trying to get done more or less by the end of the year, a whole revamp. So this is an unprecedented thing.
Totally.
And so is the pace. Having 5 consecutive days of negotiation and then only recessing for a couple of weeks between, that's unheard of.
Right.
That's a record-breaking pace. Now, that may sound strange to you because it doesn't strike me as a private sector guy as very rapid, but relative to the way things have been done before, it is extremely rapid.
Does your gut tell you we'll be able to get something done by the end of the year, that there will be some agreement? Obviously, these things can end up dragging on and people can...
Well, it can't drag on too long because of the political calendar. You have the Mexican presidential elections in midsummer next year. You have Canadian provincial elections around the same time. Our fast track authority, the Trade Promotion Authority, expires in July of next year. And then obviously in November next year, we have the midterm elections. So as you get closer to all of those political dates, the ability to get anything done will go down.
Right.
So there's no fine line magic date, but more or less around the end of the year is probably where we're going to need to know where we are.
Yeah.